Boxing isn't just a sport, it's the ultimate fight for survival. From the streets to the spotlight, working-class fighters broke barriers and rewrote their destinies. But what was the real cost of their rise? You won't believe the untold stories behind the champions who changed the game forever. Origins of boxing as a sport has its roots deeply embedded in working-class communities. It wasn't born in luxury gyms or elite clubs. It began in the streets, back alleys, and makeshift rings where young, impoverished men sought a way to survive. For many, boxing became a means to escape the harsh realities of their environment, providing an outlet for aggression and frustration while offering a chance to prove their worth. In the early days, boxing was informal, often practiced in urban areas where jobs were scarce and crime rates high. It became a way to assert dominance, gain respect, and, most importantly, earn a living. At a time when opportunities for working-class men were limited, boxing offered a path to recognition. Unlike other sports, where the wealthy had a natural advantage due to access to resources, boxing was a level playing field. The only things that mattered were strength, skill, and determination. As the sport gained popularity, the first true champions emerged from the working class. They were individuals who had little to lose and everything to gain. Their stories of struggle, perseverance, and triumph became the foundation of boxing's history. It was in these early years that boxing cemented itself as a sport for the voiceless, offering not only a platform to speak, but also a chance to rise above their circumstances. Social mobility boxing has long been a powerful vehicle for social mobility, especially for those coming from working-class backgrounds. In a world where wealth and status often determine one's future, boxing offered a rare opportunity for upward mobility. For many young men from impoverished neighborhoods, stepping into the ring was their ticket to a better life. Unlike other professions, boxing didn't require a formal education or a privileged upbringing. It only demanded raw talent, hard work, and the willingness to fight for success. Boxers, many of whom came from broken homes and challenging environments, used the sport as a way to escape poverty. The fame and financial rewards that came with success in the ring allowed them to break free from the constraints of their social class. Take the example of legendary boxers like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, who were able to transcend their humble beginnings to become global icons. Their stories inspired generations of young people, proving that with enough grit and determination, anyone could rise above their circumstances. Boxing wasn't just a sport for them, it was a chance to rewrite their own destinies and achieve greatness beyond what society expected of them. Empowerment through sport. Boxing has always been more than just a physical contest. For many, it has served as a powerful tool for personal empowerment. For the working-class individuals who embraced the sport, boxing was not only about competing, it was about finding strength in adversity and reclaiming control over their lives. In a world that often overlooked them, boxers used the ring as a platform to prove their worth and challenge societal norms. For these athletes, boxing became a form of self-expression and a means of asserting their voice. It allowed them to rise above their circumstances and make their mark, not through words, but through action. Whether they were fighting for better living conditions, equality, or simply respect, boxing gave them the opportunity to be heard. The empowerment didn't just come from the physical aspects of the sport. It was the mental fortitude, the discipline, and the resilience required to succeed that truly transformed these fighters. Many boxers, including champions like Sugar Ray Robinson and Jack Johnson, used their fame to speak out on issues of racial and social injustice, becoming advocates for the working class. Through their success, they showed that even those from the most marginalized communities could make a lasting impact on society. Cultural impact boxing has had a profound cultural impact, particularly in working-class communities, where it became a symbol of resilience and pride. The sport transcended the ring and influenced art, music, and fashion, shaping the identity of generations. For many in the working class, boxing was a source of hope, representing the possibility of success despite overwhelming odds. In cities like New York, Philadelphia, and London, boxing became part of the urban culture. It wasn't just a sport, it was woven into the fabric of everyday life. Young men watched the greats, hoping to follow in their footsteps, while local gyms became hubs of camaraderie where people came together to train, learn, and grow. Boxing had a unique way of uniting communities across race and class lines, providing a shared experience that fostered a sense of belonging. The influence of boxing also extended to media and entertainment. Movies like Rocky and documentaries about fighters captured the imagination of millions, illustrating the power of boxing to change lives. The sport became a metaphor for overcoming adversity, with every punch thrown representing a fight against life's injustices. Through boxing, the working class found a voice and a cultural identity that resonated far beyond the sport itself. Famous boxers. Some of the most iconic figures in boxing history came from humble working-class beginnings. These athletes not only dominated in the ring, but also became symbols of what could be achieved through hard work, determination, and a relentless will to succeed. Their stories of overcoming adversity resonate with millions and continue to inspire people from all walks of life. Muhammad Ali, perhaps the greatest boxer of all time, grew up in a segregated neighborhood in Louisville, Kentucky. Ali's rise to fame was not just about his exceptional skill, but also about his ability to speak out against the societal injustices he faced. He used his platform to challenge racism, inequality, and war, becoming a voice for the voiceless. Similarly, Mike Tyson, who grew up in a tough Brooklyn neighborhood, rose from juvenile delinquency to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. His success in boxing provided him with a chance to escape poverty and a life of crime, giving him a platform to express his struggles and redemption. These boxers, along with others like Joe Frazier and Rocky Marciano, transformed boxing into more than just a sport. They became symbols of resilience and proof that, regardless of your background, you could achieve greatness through the sport. Their legacies are a testament to the power of boxing to elevate working-class individuals into global icons. Legacy and influence. The legacy of boxing in working-class communities is undeniable, and its influence continues to be felt today. Boxing was not just a sport for those who competed. It became a foundation for the cultural, social, and political shifts that followed. The champions who emerged from the working class showed the world that talent, determination, and hard work could break the barriers of poverty and class. Boxing has influenced not only future athletes, but also the broader landscape of sports and entertainment. Many modern fighters cite the historical figures who came before them as their inspirations, recognizing the pathways these athletes carved for others from disadvantaged backgrounds. They use their voices, just like Ali, Tyson, and others, to advocate for change, becoming more than just boxers, but activists and role models. Moreover, boxing's role in shaping popular culture cannot be overstated. From films like Rocky to contemporary rap lyrics and fashion trends, the influence of boxing is everywhere. The sport's appeal to the working class with its rawness and relatability has made it an enduring symbol of struggle, triumph, and hope. Boxing remains an iconic part of history, not only as a sport, but as a cultural force that continues to inspire generations of fighters and fans alike. Their legacies have left a lasting impact, but are today's heavyweight champions just echoes of the bare-knuckle brawlers who paved the way? Don't miss our next video where we dive deep into the evolution of boxing and the warriors who've kept its fighting spirit alive. Stay tuned.